If you're a freeway fan, we're just east of the 405. One of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams.
Chris Boswell set
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson ready for some preseason football. Off we go from Southern California. And the return will bring him to the 28-yard line. That's where the offense will get going for the first time in this one. On the ground, here's Dylan Sampson. And he's going to be stopped out at the line to begin this ball game.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
Willis to throw. That is downfield to the tight end Pitts. Brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. 22 yards to pick up there. It's good for a Saints first down. To throw is Willis. He'll get this to Pitts once more. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's first and 10.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Willis. That's caught. It's Dylan Sampson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
6-yard pickup.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, you know, the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
They had that play dialed up defensively, stopped them in the backfield. Loss of a yard. 7th play of this opening drive, and here's third down. Throwing, Willis. Crush gets incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. First and 10 now from the 36. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
At the 43-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 3. Now Jones. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Holston Loveland was the intended receiver.
brings up
Third down coming up.
And 3 yards to go.
He'll try to run here with Barkley. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Rams first down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the fourth quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
Loveland open right side. He's got it.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
They'll run the counter with Barkley. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's going to be third. They need 1. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. It'll be brought down with a first down. That late flag coming in. They're going to get some more tacked on for good measure. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over after picking up that first down. Once again, it's Barkley. Open space inside the 10. And he's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Rams. Chris Boswell on for the point after. It's up and good. And the Rams will take a 7-0 lead.
Rams 7, Saints nothing. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here he is, Tyreek Hill back to return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Throwing is Willis. Short throw taken by Pitts. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. Quick throw on the RPO, it's Hill. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Momentum building here on this drive. They go again, 1st and 10. He'll step up and run this. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing, Willis. Looking down the field there, but it's ball's incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And 3rd down coming up.
And 7 yards to go.
Hill brought in motion. Willis now to throw. Over the middle, it's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Willis's pass intercepted. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Want to save some of those for the regular season. That's a 1st down.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the 1st quarter, they've done just that.
On 1st and 10, here's Jones. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
2nd and 10.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
See what they have for 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jones. And that will wind up incomplete. 0-0 on the clock. The 1st quarter has come to an end. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. The Rams out to the early lead. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. 2nd quarter now, Rams in control of the football as they've got it 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Jones. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. They get 15 on that game. 1st down, L.A.
15 yards.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Headed left, buying time. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. Here's Barkley. And he'll plunge forward to the 2. Setting up 2nd and goal.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, They're thinking 6, but after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal.
27-yard
This,
attempt.
about as short as you can get. Boswell's kick is good. And the Rams will extend to a 10-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Chris Boswell set to kick
Back
off.
out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Tyreek now to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the ground, it's Sampson to start this drive. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. Pitts is the man in motion. To throw, here's Willis. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and it'll be 3rd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
On 1st and 10, here's Tua. That's caught by Hill. And he's close to another. He's brought down just shy of the marker. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. From the 25, here's 2nd down and a yard. Tua out quick. See what Tyreek can do. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
And the Saints' 1st down.
Here's a designed run. And nothing materializes there. Just fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight. But nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10.
44.
A shotgun snap for Tua. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
And 10 yards to go.
From the gun, here's Tua. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
And with that sack, it should put an end to what's been a very promising drive up until this point. Great job of bend without breaking. Get yourself off the field when the opportunity presented itself.
He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Saints are on the board. It's now 10-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Cavante Turpin on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. First carry for the man from Memphis, Tony Pollard. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9.
A gain of 9. Second and 1.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Working from the gun, it's Jones. This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Now, Jones. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing now is Jones. He's got his tight end. It's Loveland. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here again, Mendoza. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense is vulnerable in a few areas along the back end, but none of that will matter if this protection can't do a better job holding up long enough that they can find some of these open receivers that have been able to separate. He just doesn't have the time to get them the ball.
Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. He needed 13 and got 14 for the 1st down.
1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Here's Cam Akers for the first time. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation. But now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
A huge play just before the half. 31 yards.
First down and
now a timeout Rams, that's number 2, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's first and goal. Pollard will score. Touchdown, L.A.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Saints 3. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. Tyreek now to return it. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
He'll send the receiver in motion to the left. But he's not going to be able to get rid of this. He's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. He now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. That'll bring up second and long. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
3-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Shotgun snap for Mendoza. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
And this will be incomplete.
incomplete.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
On first down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. Short throw brought in by Schoonmaker. And they're going to get him down right at the 25.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Saints.
Tua now on first down. A hit as he throws there. It's good. Complete the pressure, got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
A 7-yard gain on the play.
Tua now on third down. Got it with Smith in Jigba. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. But that one gives him a first down.
16 yards. First down.
To the air again. Tagovailoa. Looking Smith and Jigba's way again. And again a catch. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup.
Tua to throw again.
At the 49-yard line.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Throwing on third down, Tagovailoa. Contact as he delivered it there, and the pass is incomplete. Good job defensively to make sure he could not find the throwing lane, and it sets up fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, Tagovailoa. That's going to be intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Love. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. They do a really nice job defensively there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
Here's Mendoza now on second down. Samuel has it on the slant. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun, Mendoza. Quick throw, taken in. He is knocked down hard. Wow, He stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
10 at the 15-yard line.
On the handoff, Pollard. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 15-yard line.
From the gun, here's Mendoza. Connects with his big tight end, Manhurts.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Rams 24, Saints 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Tyreek now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. The open man is Smith and Jigba. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Smith and Jigba. A gain of 15.
Tua gonna throw.
The Saints 1st down.
Short throw taken by Pitts. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Number 8, Kyle Pitts. It's a pickup of 3.
Play action. Tagovailoa.
At the 43-yard line.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
Again, it's Tua. To the right, that's Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. Pitts is the man in motion. Throwing again, it's Tua. Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
1st down, New Orleans.
On play action, it's Tagovailoa. That's caught left side by Pitts. Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Tua. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Shelby Harris getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tua. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
They snap it to Tua. Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. It's the safety, Julian Love.
He's just late on that throw. I don't even think he ever saw that defender drop into the zone, and it ends up costing the team the ball.
They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And he's trying to get upfield, but cannot do it. Knocked backwards to the 2.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Mendoza now out of his own end zone. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I really like this defensive play call. Knowing the offense is backed up on their own territory, take the fight to them. You know their first order of business is they're just trying to get some breathing room. Don't give it to them. Go attack. It's exactly what they were able to do, and that hit is what ultimately led to that incompletion. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field.
At the 41-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. The throw on the run is complete, and it'll be taken down at the 25.